This is the final vintage on normal and hard.
You immediately spot a lone figure crouched near the entrance to the loading dock. This must be Stefania Martikov, Davian's daughter.
Please, find the ingredients for the antidote and purify the wine.
Stefania begs.
Our wine is the last drop of hope some people have.
When they say that their wine is the last drop of hope people have, it makes me feel like I'm an enabler helping them.
A druid kneels on top of one of the huge vats. Protected by mystic wards, she is completely absorbed by her task, poisoning the wine inside the vat.
So I usually jump down, clear the bottom, and then clear this room. That's my normal path. This room can be pretty tough on Reaper. These needle blights, I mean, you can see on normal they're doing some damage, but on Reaper they're pretty crazy. They're super high damage. One of the more high damage enemies in terms of range DPS in the game. And then we got to go pull this lever. There's another wolf over there. And there's some stuff behind this wall. You have to be a little bit careful not to aggro it. I just ignore it all the time, and it never comes out and bothers me. More about natal blights. So this can be kind of a tough fight, and these vine blights actually knock you over. On Reaper, I sometimes have to kind of back up and run behind that little area where the first lever is to just avoid taking too much damage.
A cave leads down into the dark and the damp.
Alright, so we want to go here and we want to collect 3 brown mold. It's a very brutal quest for casters. So because these arcane oozes are immune to immune or take healing from various forms of magic or various like and they drain spell points. But for us, no problem because we just have this. We just use our ooze weapon and cleave them. Alright, so that's gone. So there's the last brown mold. There's usually skeletons that pop up in this area. I don't know about normal. Yep, one skeleton, 2. So, yeah, kind of. Alright, so that's all we need from this area, those 3 brown mold. Normally I try to go up the way I came. I can't really in this case, so. More slimes. I think there's usually a couple of things that spawn while I'm down there. So I'm just gonna go up on this ramp. Nothing there yet. And that's the end boss. We'll be fighting him very soon. It's a pretty short quest. So we go up. This is the way we came in, and we jump down, and then we can go this way here and get the last ingredient. I suppose I could probably do that one first. I've just always done it this way.
The Martikov family makes its home in this part
I
of the
learned
winery.
this quest when I was on a character with DDO, so on DDO it doesn't matter which one you do first. 2. These guys knock you down. It's not a problem probably in normal. It's a problem for sure on... And there's 4 possible spots where this can be, and this is
You
the
found
easiest
all
spot.
the ingredients needed to purify the wine. Now to add the antidote to the large wine vats on the main floor of the winery.
So now we just go fight the boss. And again, on Reaper, I have a slightly different tactic than what I'm going to do on normal. I usually drag the boss back to about here, and that's because there are some respawns that come up and down that ramp, including some of those needle blights that hit really hard on Reaper.
The druid prepares
And
to attack.
Why do you insist on dying? She asks.
he's going to be down so quick here it won't matter.
Yes, his body is doomed anyway. Very well. I'll slit
And something's
your
down there
throat,
attacking
then
us,
add
but
your blood to my poison.
Plant-like forms run forward to protect the druid. More bloods rush to the defense of the poisoner. With the druid poisoner taken care of, you rush to add the antidote to the wine vats. The choking stench of the poison clears and is replaced with the sweet smell of fermenting grapes. Thanks to you, the Wizard of Wines will produce one more vintage.
so that's normal. I'm just going to get my end reward and go back in on hard. And now we've unlocked hard. I'm going to go back in on hard.
You immediately spot a lone figure crouched near the entrance to the loading dock.
And usually on normal and hard,
This must be Stefania Martikov,
unless I have a reason,
Davian's daughter.
I intentionally don't use buffs so I
Please,
can kind of get an
find the
idea of what,
ingredients for the antidote and purify the wine.
what type of damage I'm
Stefania
taking
begs.
and prepare
Our
for Reaper a
wine
little
is
bit
the
better.
last drop of hope some people have.
A druid kneels on top of one of the huge vats. Protected by mystic wards, she is completely absorbed by her task, poisoning the wine inside the vat. A cave leads down into the dark and the damp.
So the mold is located in random spots. Here's the first one. And when I say random spots, there's a certain number of spots. That first one up on top, this the two I passed by, you know, these sort of like raised dirt mounds, and that one there, and then one there and one there, and that's where the last two are. So I'm going to go this one. I forgot to try that other way first of all. Put out a Reaper. I think that's going to be a lot faster on this build to do that upstairs first, then jump down and do this, and then go right to the end fight.
The Martikov family makes its home in this part of the winery. You found all the ingredients needed to purify the wine. Now to add the antidote to the large wine vats on the main floor of the winery. The druid prepares to attack.
Why do you insist on I'll slit your throat, then add your blood to my poison.
Plant-like forms run forward to protect the druid. More flights rush to the defense of the poisoner. The druid poisoner taken care of and rush to add the antidote to the wine vats. The choking stench of the poison flees and is replaced with a sweet smell of fermenting grapes. Thanks to you, the Wizard of Wines will produce one more vintage.
Nothing too interesting, and I'm starting to get a lot of what looks like paladin weapons. Let me see if my gameplay thing's changed. Nope, just kind of luck, I guess. So I'll just grab, I guess, the greatsword, and that is the last vintage on normal and hard.